All right, there we go. So today we are here with 4 seasons. 4 seasons. See, we got winter, spring, fall, and all that.
Yeah. Well,
I thought the 4 seasons was your favorite hotel for a minute.
yeah, no, I still haven't even stayed at the Four Seasons.
Oh my goodness. Once you go there, you're gonna be changing your logo to their logo.
Right. I done took some pictures in their lobby before. I just never booked a room.
Right. The food is good and
And then,
everything. The service is nice. Yeah, the food is really good though. Like I think I ate there 3 days in a row only because they were confident. Because I know lunch is a easy $100. Okay, easy.
the one in Atlanta, right?
The one in Atlanta on 14th Street. Yes.
Yeah, that's the only one I ever seen.
Everything. So let's get into the sound. Let's get into this music, into the sound. Like, I don't know, but I feel like your music is like a mixture between Caribbean, hip hop, like with an R&B flair, like everything and Afro beats, like all blended together. And I just want to have a Mai Tai and just be chilling, like it's a whole vibe. The whole EP I listened to was a vibe, but what is it called? Do your dance? Like
That's you.
the dance you do, like what? Like, okay, what was that dance that she did that made you make a whole song about it?
Well, I wouldn't know what to call it, but I definitely know it was inspiring.
Yeah, it was inspiring, all right. I just love it. Like the description of everything, like about it, you could tell like it was memorable, okay?
Yeah, it
So
was
as
about.
an artist, you could take anything as a creative and just make it a whole song with a nice beat and just, is that like your niche that you do?
I mean, I could do it, but I choose to pick the content that I lay down on wax a little wisely, just because I try and make sure everything that I say is relatable to me. Because if it's relatable to me, then it should be relatable to the next person. I don't want to just be saying some stuff just because it sounds good. You know what I mean? I like saying something that's still real to whoever's listening.
Right, right. So is there like any type of rhyme or reason to, when you hear a song that you're like, okay, like certain people have certain patterns, how like, and I'm asking you this because it's like Teddy Riley had the New Jack Swing, and then different artists here, when you heard a Future song or even 2 Chainz, you knew when he was Titty Boys, it was more Titty Boys music, and you hear that in them. So your song is a whole vibe, your music, like the whole catalog, it's like a certain thing that appeals to you, but it doesn't, because it's intertwined with so many different types of elements of music. Do you have anything that you specifically call it?
I kind of do the same thing you would do, kind of call it a combination of things, because I don't really have a one word for it yet, at least.
Right.
But it's definitely a mixture of like hip hop and Caribbean sounds. I had some Caribbean artists around me as I was coming up, so that was some of my inspiration. And then also like lyrical. I like to make sure I'm not just being boring with the words, because like my dad's a rapper and he's a dope rapper. My uncles are dope rappers and stuff like that. So I grew up around bar for bar niggas, you know what I mean? So
Right. So they ain't
then
gonna let you slide on being a lyricist. They're not gonna let that just
yeah, I
they
can't
hard on you, huh?
I can't say no whack stuff around them. Man, they gonna let me know. They gonna let me know.
I
But
can
then
just see
on top of
them
that,
not letting you live it down too.
right. And then on top of that, I grew up listening to the radio, like the Billboard Hot 100 radio. So I always had like pop in my ears and R&B hits and stuff like that, like from Chris Brown to Justin Timberlake and Ariana Grande, all type of like big major sounding artists. So
Yeah.
I always had that big major sound in my ears, you know, on top of the Caribbean and the rapping and the this, that, and the third that I also enjoy and had in my life too. So
Like it. And you know what I was thinking of when I listened to it, like with kids, and you know how they say to give babies the Mozart music and a symphony. But I was like, you know what? This would be like some really nice music to put in the little baby monitors. You know, some of it, the music sounds, because yes, it's like really, I really wasn't with the Mozart and Beethoven. I don't know if that's making a baby smarter because it's just so, you know, I don't know, but I'm like, I could see the little baby just whole temperament changes in that baby monitor music. Like, I don't know what,
definitely a nice smooth soft vibe, so I could see it.
yeah, we might have to come up with that, you know? That would be so dope. So the other day I had to look up, okay, #1 song in the country, Billboard R&B. What do you think popped up?
R&B,
Yep, R&B.
man, I have no idea.
The song Glue. Usher's new song Glue.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
I wasn't expecting it to pop up. And then
Usher.
I had a conversation with someone and they were like, yeah, we back at #1 with Glue. And I was like, I didn't want to ask what's Glue, but I was thinking that. So I was like, oh, that's dope. That's dope. And then I looked it up and I was like, okay. Then I heard the song and it almost sounds like Prince, right? And then I was like, I could just imagine, because the people I knew that were putting it together, of the way that it was going down. Now, this is something I don't know if you have, but if you do, I want the video. They filmed them putting it together, like the creating of Glue, just from the person on the keyboard in the studio to the sound guy to the engineer to the art, like just all of them putting the whole song together. Because that's something I enjoy being in the studio for, just seeing it all come together, you know? So I don't know if you have that video.
I
Have you
don't have
started?
it, but I could definitely get on that. Go ahead and make a new song from scratch and just get it all on video.
Yes, because I know what I enjoy when you see something, a finished project, I appreciate the journey. Okay. Because sometimes people don't know what you had to do to go in there, or how many times you had to change this or switch people out, you know, like to just get the right sound. And I'm glad I was right on the money with the Caribbean and all of that. Because sometimes when people tell you that, you'll be like, really? That's what you heard? And then you like, I got a lot of work to do. But I was right on it. I try to pride myself on the musical inside, the instruments and everything. What is your favorite instruments that you notice you tend toward more to add? Like if you hear a song and you just like, no, we gonna need to put a little this in it. Is there
I
any
like to
particular?
with guitars. I find a lot of my beats that I use, and
Mhm.
I love hearing guitars, and you know that's one of my favorite things. If you listen to most of my music, it's whether it's an electric guitar or an acoustic, a Spanish guitar. I love the guitar.
Ah, now do you play the guitar, any of them?
I could play a song, but I'm not no guitar player. I suck. I ain't gonna lie. I could practice more and one day be nice.
Well, I think that if you did live, you know, you had a band, that even if you had one up there, that would be really like sexy, like to have it up there, you know, the way you have your braids and stuff. And I think the whole flow would have people drawn into it just because you probably just only have to stroke it a couple times. It's
Right.
just the look and feel of it all, you know?
Yeah.
So what is next? Like, what is the next second song that you want everyone, to really hone in on? If you can make like 2 of your songs go viral right now, what would they be?
Well, I guess I say I can't wait for Dance You Do to be big and major. And also, I got a song called Dreams on Cali Kings that's just amazing. Uh, I kind of wish I would have got that little process in the studio getting that made because I did that swiftly. I'm talking about it just seemed like it came to me so easily. And
Really?
it's a song, it's a vibe, it's a summer vibe for sure. And yeah, I was talking that talk. I was doing what I was supposed to do.
Okay. Is there going to be a Dance You Do challenge?
I mean, hey, if it is, I mean, I'm all for it. You know,
Well, you
I ain't
have to like have somebody reenact that dance for everybody, because I think the women will really like the Dance You Do challenge on TikTok. Because they were all, can you just see everybody doing whatever to that song, like whatever the dance that, I'm interested to see the dance now after hearing the song. I got to see it. But I think that would be like really something that I would love to scroll on my timeline and see everybody, vibing and doing the dance. Because, everybody probably going to get real wild with it, adding their own little sexiness to it.
I'm all for that. I'm all for
It
that.
might shut the internet down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, now I'm
But
starting to think.
I love that. Remember the last time we talked, and I was talking about how I wasn't mad at Chaotic and that little song he had and the dance he made. And then last week, Scrappy had, no, a couple of days ago, a divorce party. And who was hosting it? Chaotic. And then he started doing that dance. They called it the Black Macarena. I said, I respect you for the grind. And you gonna shove that song down everybody throat, like they gonna get it. He was like, no, they are all gonna get it. I said, hey, that's what I love. If every artist to do and feel that way about their song, and everybody gonna catch on. Because
Right.
most of the songs we like, we hear over and over on the radio, like, oh, again. And before we know it, we all sucked in. And now you humming it in the car, mad at yourself.
Mhm.
So why do you want to stay different and so unique? Because a lot of artists, their whole goal is to sound like the last 3 artists. It seemed like we went through that era a few years ago. And I'm not going to say it was like through the Metro booming, but maybe through that era that everybody was just kind of sounding the same to me.
Well, it's a couple of reasons. For one, I don't want to be easily swapped out. Like I like to be able to be around for a long time because it just seems like such a fun thing to do and a fun life to live, especially when you're successful at it. So that's the major thing. I don't want to just be able to be easily swapped out. I want to be valuable to the culture, to the industry, And then also, um, there's so many people already making music that's dope. Like why would I try and make it easy to be sounding like a whole bunch of people? And it's like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make sure people hear that and be like, oh yeah, I can only get that from you, like apparently. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, I feel like the Dance You Do is more like an international song. Like it could be here, it could be everywhere. Like it just could be worldwide. It don't matter what language you speak. And, just tropical to over in Colorado Springs in the snow, like, in any situation, that song comes on, whether you over there in a bonfire situation or whether you out in the water. I just see that it feels like international potential to me. It just, and those are always great, right?
Right. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds amazing actually.
Did you think about it like that when you wrote it, or you just was like, I like it? Are you
Well,
asphyxiated on that dance?
well, I guess I kind of naturally make music that can have that international sound, but I definitely took me to actually hear it all come together for me to be able to see like, oh man, this motherfucker is fire. Like this could be anywhere. So yeah, I think sometimes it takes me for me to hear the whole thing put together.
Yes, because I think about Like, I think one time, maybe it was Teddy Riley, he had created like this Chinese version of Blackstreet. But when you saw them doing the dances, they were like doing the American dance, but the Chinese, they do really good, like with the dances and stuff, because they're just like so in sync, like everything be formatted like robots. And I was like, if
I
you can
don't
take this,
picture like the Jabberwockies. They're from Asia somewhere, and they're nice. It's like a dance group called the Jabberwockies, and they
yes,
be like the
the Asians be so on precision with everything, right? It's just like their little bodies, maybe that's it. I don't know if it's because they're all so slim, but everybody just look, it don't even look real. So I'm just
right.
like, oh, I could just see them coming up with the dance, just all these different beautiful women, like exotic women, just doing it, like from black to white to African to Ghana to, Swedish. Just that's what I envision. I'm a visionary with everything. And when I hear a song and the music, then I just do the whole visual in my head of what I would like to see. Now, I don't
Right.
know if it's what everybody else would like to see, like an artist would be, but I just know the vision that comes up in my head. But that challenge right there, I don't know. I'm gonna just, give you that free game that I think that would be really a dope TikTok challenge.
Okay.
I might
Okay.
have to find some little women in the streets this weekend that I think could kick it off for you. Some TikTokers, that would be really cool.
Right. Right.
Yes. So tell me 3 things that you would want to be known for if you had to create one word for your style. 3 different words that would describe the way you would like to be remembered as an artist, like for what's coming up next, for the stuff you've done already. Just 3 things.
Uh, 3 words or 3 things.
Yeah,
Um,
it could be descriptive words.
I would like to be remembered for being groundbreaking.
Okay.
I really want to. I want to set a new standard if I'm lucky enough to do that. If I'm good enough to do that.
You are amazing enough to exceed that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Well,
that's one.
I'd like to be remembered for being, of course, creative.
Yes, of course. That's a natural with you. It's all in your shirt.
Right. Yeah.
That's very creative right
I don't
now.
know where I got it, but I like the pattern though.
Yes, I love the pattern.
Thank you. I guess lastly, I'd like to be known for being resilient because in this industry, it's like it can eat you up. I see so many talented people not be able to do what they're supposed to do for this reason or that reason. And I'd like to be able to stand the test of time. So
Yes, I thought you was gonna say a sex symbol.
yeah,
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
that's a given, but nah, I want to really actually I want to be able to do the stuff that's difficult too. Like being good looking is probably easy for me, but
Right.
but resilience
Oh,
ain't
yes.
the resilience ain't the easy part. Being groundbreaking ain't the easy part, and being
Yes.
always easy either.
Yes. Resilient. Definitely. You got to have thick skin in this music game because so many things can come at you from all different ends.
Knock
But
you off.
you know who you are and you appreciate who you are as a person, as an individual, and not losing your identity, it helps you to be resilient. Yeah.
Right.
No room for being fragile. That's for sure. Okay. Or you would just crumble and blow away like tumbleweed, and then in come the next person. And
Right.
yeah,
That's the
survival of the fittest, right?
last thing I want for my career.
No, that is the last thing. I think your family and your team, I think if you tried to do that, they would be, no, everybody would be
Right.
pushing you back up. Everyone on your team, I met, they're like team 4 seasons, okay? Yes, so that's good to have a team. At least you have a team and have that support. because you need it in this business. You have to have the team and support. 3 people you would not be mad at collaborating with.
There's this lady, I just discovered her. Hold on, let me pull her up. I heard her song, and she has a new song called Jericho. And I heard her song while I was I was watching a video, like just a little reel on Instagram. And somebody was fishing and her song was in the background. Her name is Eniko or Aniko. This is her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to collaborate with her.
I love that her little sound, like just her little voice.
Yeah, she got a nice voice and she
Her
she
skin,
has a very different look. I
she
like it.
does. Her
Yeah.
skin is beautiful. Like she got that Tulum tan. That's not
Right.
no average everyday Southern California tan. That ain't no Memphis tan. That's like that foreign country, like I'm out here on the tropical island tan with the good sun oil, okay? Unless
Yes.
it's a filter.
So that's one person I like to collaborate with, Nico. And then of course I like to have a song with Drake one day, but I don't want to do that too early because that I want to make sure that my time is right for that, you know, when that happens.
Right, right.
And then I
Like,
guess
wait a minute, that was featuring Drake, not featuring me. Like
right. And also I like Don Toliver a lot.
who was it? The last part cut off.
Don Toliver, I like him a lot.
Oh yeah.
When I first heard his music, I was like, man, this guy sounds different. But he sounds a little bit, we kind of sound a little bit alike the other way. And I was like, okay, let me listen to him, man. Let me check him out. And he's dope.
Okay, see, you just like really a music man because you didn't name like, you know, Drake is like Drake, okay? It's just like,
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta want a song with Drake.
But he's been at this since he was with Disney. So he's been at this a long time, okay? So he should have perfected his craft by now. And that's something to be said about that. And if you didn't get inspired by superstars, it's like, come on. Like, you know, it's like you are not afraid to give people their flowers, but know your flowers and your roses is sitting right there on the banister yourself. So I love that part about you too, the confidence level.
There's definitely plenty other artists I'd like to collaborate with that are legends or new in the game. It's definitely a whole lot that I wouldn't mind collaborating with. But just thinking of the top 3 I could think of right now, those are 3 of them.
I like that. I like that. Well, you have given us an earful, and I can really appreciate all of that. I know the audience will too. And I just want to thank you for your time. And I'm looking for that challenge. Like, I'm going to be looking for that challenge in my TikTok timeline. And all I know is I think that will really spread the song like wildfire. I do. So you got to go with that original girl with that dance that she do. And she got to set it off.
Gotta have it.
Right. I'm feeling like it might have been some little belly dancer at some little place you had to eat on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna let you spoil it. I'm not gonna let you spoil it for me. Because now I'm trying to guess, like, what is this dance that she do? You know, Lil Jon was like, bend over to the front, touch your toe, like you knew exactly the steps. But this one, you left the mystique in everything, okay? So we're gonna end it and we're gonna roll out on that song. And I hope everybody just click on over and go right there and download it on all music platforms, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely out on all platforms. So yeah, if you definitely get a chance, make sure you take that chance to enjoy that song. Yes,
All right. All right. I will talk to you soon. And thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
This is Jonelle and 4 Seasons, and we're rolling out.